how much it costs to study 3D animation. Everybody, this is Alessandro. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you what are the costs and the possibility in case you want to study 3D animation and you want to become 3D animator. I think this is going to be a very important video because when I started 3D animation, when I started to study, I didn't have all this knowledge, I didn't have all these options, so I didn't have enough information, and so I made some mistake along the way. So I decided today I share all this with you, so hopefully this can give you a better guidance and you can avoid to do certain mistake that I did in the past and I still see people doing today. Alright guys, so I think more or less we have four options here. The first one, the most expensive, is going through college. Okay, so you guys know college, especially in the US, can be very expensive. I think can be between $60,000 to $100,000. I met a lot of people who studied to college and nobody recommended so far. Okay, I have to sadly to say that between all the animator, even great animator that I met in my entire life, I never met anybody that says, Alessandro, I've been through this college, I spent $80,000 and then I was hired to a good studio. Maybe they did, but at the end, after that, they didn't learn that much from a college. They needed to go to a proper animation school, and that kind of boost their career, right? Even some of the students, sometimes they come with me, the reason why they come to study with me is because they go through college, their demo reel at the end after 3 years is not even close to be good enough to have a decent portfolio, and then they need to study again. The reason I think it's multiple, again, I've never been to college, but from what I heard is that maybe the college became very famous because of other major that are being very successful, and now they're trying to do 3D animation, but they don't have the proper infrastructure, the proper knowledge. Sometimes maybe the mentor that they have there, the teacher, don't even work as animator anymore. Maybe they are not that good. Maybe sometimes it's the opposite. They hire people that are very good, and so they have a full-time job, and maybe they can only dedicate 1 or 2 hours a week to teach to the students, right? And maybe the students, there are a lot of them, 50, 60 or whatever, and he has very little time. Sometimes they told me that he doesn't even spend enough time to explain in details about what needs to be done when it comes to animation. The program is really fast. They go from bouncing ball and doing a couple of poses to a walk cycle to a complicated body mechanic shot, then immediately go to acting. So people don't really learn much, okay, and this is a big of a problem. Other case, they told me because you have so many students, you can't really spend enough time to each of them. Sometimes he just come there for a few minutes, he tell you what's going on, and then he talk to another student. He doesn't have enough time to review everybody, so not a very pleasant situation. And again guys, because so many years I've been in contact with so many people, I don't really remember anybody speaking well about college in general. I'm pretty sure there are some cases where people after college they manage to get a job, but again, I don't think it's a good balance between how much you're learning, the quality of the material that you're learning, and how much it costs. Because spending $60,000-$80,000 for a degree in animation, for me, it's out of this money. Shouldn't happen. Nobody should spend this kind of amount of money. The other things that we have is the online animation school. So those schools are great because they hire professional animator from all the biggest company in the world, games company, Pixar, DreamWorks, you name it, guys. You have the best of the best here that they are dedicating their time to the community. The classes tend to be a lot smaller, so a lot more focused, usually 10 people for each classes, right? They have a lot of great resources, great rigs, great characters, all these, it's amazing. One of the things that saddens me a little bit is that in the last 10 years, I see a lot of new school coming up, right? And everybody are trying to compete more or less who is giving the best service at the cheapest price. And for me, this is kind of hurting the quality of some of the school, because when I hear students talking about it, says that the mentor is good, everything is fantastic, but because the quality, the price is getting low, probably they cannot pay the mentor to stay too much, to follow their students. So what's happening, each mentor, they have maximum 10 minutes a week to review the quality of the work of their students. And if this is okay for some people, as I've this many times, guys, if this kind of approach works very well for people that are very very good, they have a very artistic mind and they're able to do great work with very little guidance, some people can achieve really great quality with this. For a lot of people, this is not enough, and so you may be spending still, I don't know, around 12,000-15,000 USD for a year and a half, which is a good affordable price, I would say. But sometimes, for you the return might not be enough. Again, this is mostly because not the mentor are not good, you have the best mentor in the world, but they don't have enough time to dedicate to each student. First. Second, they do not have the chance to review your work directly into Maya. The most of the time they will draw over, they will work in front of the camera. Again, this methodology might work okay with someone who's really a fast learner, but for a lot of other people this is not enough, because you need someone to show you in Maya the mistakes that you're doing, guiding you step by step, and something a little bit more handheld, if you pass me the meaning. All right. Then the third option that you might have here is a private mentor. Okay, there are some good benefits about this one. So overall, you can choose the mentor that you want. Maybe someone that you follow, you see them work, you see their lecture line or something. You can choose whoever you want as long they are available. All right. Second, things are a lot more flexible with a private mentor, because depending on who you choose, you can choose the day you want, the time you want, depending where you live and your mentor lives and what is working and so on. Right. So there is a bit of flexibility. Most of the time, private mentor will give you more time. Okay, the style of the review is completely flexible of each different mentor. Right, each mentor will have his own style. Some people will do just video call like this and they will act in front of the camera. Some people will do draw over. Some people like me, they will ask you to give in the Maya file, and it will show you directly in Maya how to fix certain things, so you can learn as best as you can. All right. Of course, guys, this private mentor, a private one-on-one, will always gonna be more expensive instead of a class, right? But the benefits is that you have a one-on-one directly, and there is no distraction. The time it's solely for you. How long does it last? Again, it depends of each mentor, depends of the service. For me, for example, I do just a full hour because I really want to dedicate and really want to push the student to achieve the best quality possible. I know when it comes to do a review in 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, most of the time is not enough. I want to make sure I go every single details, because the industry is becoming very demanding, right? And so there is a lot to learn and a lot to push. So that's why I need more time to analyze every single step and make sure the student has enough time to ask questions and discuss. Maybe I need to explain certain things and stuff like that. Other mentor might be different, of course. Everybody does his own way. But it's something you can discuss with your mentor, which is kind of different from a school, because when you go to a school, the teacher needs to follow the structure of a school. When you go one-on-one, there is a lot of more flexibility, right? There is also flexibility in the time, how often you want to meet with your mentor. I know some people will give you a package of 5 lessons, and then you decide when to have the lesson, so they give you a lot of flexibility for you. For me, for example, I don't give this flexibility because it doesn't work for me. I tried before in the past, but I can see a student coming with me after 2-3 weeks, the progress is very little. He end up forever to do like a shot, so I stopped doing that, and now I will accept students that are very motivated, really focused, and want to meet. They're willing to meet at least 1 hour a week. All right, that's my style. But that's the beauty of what I'm saying, right? Every mentor has his own style. And another thing I encourage you to reflect about it, that I said, yes, private mentorship will be the most expensive potentially, especially if you want to study for more than a year. But you also need to think about it, what you will get out of it, right? Because if with a school you pay a certain amount of money, but you have the one-on-one with your mentor is 15 minutes only, then maybe you pay a little bit more, but you have a full hour, so 4 hours a month. Then maybe could be being cheaper if you compare the actual time that the mentor dedicate to you. All right, guys. Then there is the fourth option, which is try to study animation online for free over internet, right? Which is, again, for me is the most difficult. I mean, I have few people even wrote me on my YouTube channel, they say, Alessandro, I got a job all because of your YouTube channel and stuff like that. I'm so grateful and everything, right? But this realistically happens once every 10,000 people probably, right? So this is the most difficult things. I think it's very difficult learning something so complicated in animation with just online material for free. Okay, almost impossible, I would say. Again, there are people that succeed in stuff like this, but is very, very rare. In fact, even me, when I created my YouTube channel, I didn't do it with the intention to replace a school or a college, but mostly to supplement certain stuff and also to teach tips and tricks to everybody and just to share the knowledge. I never had the intention to replace a school or anything. And so I think you should take it that way, because our free online material, right? So the value will be very, very minimum compared what you can get with a professional 101 or professional school, right? So those supposed to be to help you to get even better, but it shouldn't replace a school. However, if you get to the point, and I'm starting to get this a lot, where people are telling me, Alessandro, I'm learning more from you, your YouTube channel that is free compared to a school where I am right now, well, then probably you are in the wrong school, because again, the purpose of my channel was not to replace that, it's just to supplement. But if you are paying for something and you're learning more on a free content online, then probably the thing is you went to the wrong school, okay? I'm glad that my YouTube channel, other people YouTube channel is great, but it shouldn't be to the point where free material is much better than what you're paying for. It means there is something wrong with the service that you're paying for. Okay, guys, I hope that this one can give you a better overview. If you have any question, let me down in the comment, and see you next time. Ciao, guys.